Hey friends, welcome to that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel and I'm really glad you're here. If you found me through this collaboration with Pies of March, I'd invite you to subscribe and welcome. Leanne, I just want to say a particular thank you to Leanne over at Mennonite Farmhouse. She invited me to participate along with Tony at Kettle Cooking in the Pies of March. And guys, I take my collaborations very seriously. I don't do them unless I'm passionate about the topic. And I will tell you what, I have a ton of passion around pies. But we're going to try a brand new one today. Bananas. Got any guess? I bet you can't guess. We're going to make a banana bread pie. I can't wait. So we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to share the recipe. Stay around to the end because there is an awesome giveaway for viewers of all the videos in this month's collaboration. So I want to tell you about that. But first we need to get this pie cooking. All right, so ingredients. I'm going to give you a couple options, right? So you could use 2 bananas, 3 bananas, 4 bananas. It just depends on the size of your bananas. So here's my hand. I think that these would be considered good sized bananas. This one in the middle is kind of skinny. I'm gonna go with 3. We are using flour and baking soda, but you could use Bisquick if you like. Butter, 3 eggs, sweetened condensed milk, cinnamon, which you can leave out if you like, or use a different spice if you prefer, salt, and vanilla. So that is what I'm going with today. There's only a few versions of this recipe that I found, and I usually like to look at several recipes to get inspired to come up with something. So the first thing that we're going to do, and you do want your bananas pretty darn ripe. So these could probably ripen a little bit more to be like perfect for banana bread flavor and sweetness. But we're going to go with these. I'm going to get these mashed up first. And then we'll mix in the rest of the ingredients. And let me tell you something, there are a ton of awesome content creators participating in this month's collaboration. And I've seen, well, so I'm on day 7. So there's only been 6, or am I day 6? I don't remember. But I've seen 3 so far. And if you need pie inspiration for your upcoming Easter celebration, or just feeling that spring vibe, and it's been a while since Christmas and we're ready for pies again, I'd encourage you to go check out the playlist. We'll leave it down in the description box. I'm just going to get in here and mash these up till they're good and mashed, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, and if you're making this along with me, I do have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, so you might want to get your oven preheating. We're going in with that can of condensed milk. We are going to use our beaters on this. You could certainly make this in your KitchenAid or mix it by hand if you've got the gumption. And then a 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to go in with my 3 eggs. Just pulled these out of the chicken coop this morning, so they're nice and room temperature. Anytime that you are baking baked goods, pies, cookies, breads, you definitely want to use room temperature eggs. All right, let's get our 2 tablespoons of butter in there, and you at least want softened butter, and if not, melted butter. But we're going to go in. This is nice and soft. I'm going to give that all a good mix before we add our dry ingredients in. Oh, let's go ahead and add our splash of vanilla. I don't remember what the recipe called for, but I usually am generous with my vanilla, so we'll say a tablespoon. Alrighty. Now, if you wanted to add more sugar, you could have added more sugar at that point. I would say up to a half of a cup. But our bananas are certainly plenty sweet, along with the sweetened condensed milk. That's enough in my opinion. Okay, now let's go in with our dry ingredients. And this is not going to be like banana bread. I think we're gonna get that good banana bread flavor. So I'm going in with 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, or you could use 3/4 cups of Bisquick like I mentioned. Alrighty, and then 2 teaspoons or so of baking powder. And then a good tablespoon or so of cinnamon. Alrighty. Oh, our salt. Let's not forget our salt, about a half a teaspoon of salt. All right, now I'm gonna mix this good. We'll give it, I'm just mixing it in so I don't have to use my beaters too much with this flour. But it's gonna, like I was saying, it's not gonna bake up like banana bread. It's gonna bake up kind of like a banana bread custard. So if you picture like a pumpkin pie, that custardy texture, but like banana bread. Oh my gosh. It sounds just divine. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna give it one quick beat. I shouldn't have taken my beaters off. Just to do that final blend. Alrighty. And then it's ready for your pie crust. Or your, no crust, sorry, just your pie plate. All right, wasn't that simple though? It really was. I think all pies are pretty simple though to make. If you just have all the ingredients on hand anyway. And I had those bananas sitting there when I was thinking about what pie to make. And I'll tell you another one of my absolute favorite pies, which I thought I was gonna make when we started this. So much so that Todd even asked, are you gonna make such and such pie? I was like, no, I think I'm gonna do something different. Is a good old chess pie. It's a super old-fashioned pie. And to me, it tastes like, it's very, very heavy egg based. But to me, it tastes like pecan pie, but without the pecans. But it's like one of those super old-fashioned recipes that it's got like cornmeal in the pie and it gives it this nice crunch on top. We love it. And that's a very common spring pie for us. All right, and it goes. And notice it's pretty liquidy. Now we're gonna bake it at 400. 30 to 35 minutes is when I'm gonna start checking it. And I'm gonna treat it just like I treat cooking a pumpkin pie to know when to pull it out. When the center just has that tiny little jiggle to it still, because you don't wanna cook this. You definitely want that nice custard texture to it. I know, Todd doesn't like nuts. I do. I'm gonna put pecans on half of it. And I could have mixed this in, but because Todd doesn't like nuts, I'm just gonna put some pecans on half of it so I can have some good old banana nut pie. All right. Let's pop it in the oven and we'll see how it goes. If it's not quite ready at the 30-35 minute mark, I think one of the things with this pie that you need to check on is that it's not going to get too dark, caramelized on the top. So if I do need to, I'll cover it with foil, but I'll try to check in and let you guys know how it's going. Woo! It looks so good. Got a little jiggle to it. Alrighty. So I need to let this cool for 30 minutes before we cut into it. which is perfect timing because it's lunchtime and we'll have a sweet treat after lunch. So I'll see you guys back when we slice into it. Well over 30 minutes now. Definitely cuts like a pie. I'm just so excited. Nice, it's definitely dense. Almost feels like a bread pudding. Cut Todd a piece. I can't stop smiling. Oh my gosh, I'm not even joking. It almost brings tears to my eyes. It's so, so good. Wow. It's hard to compare it to anything. I think bread pudding custardy is definitely the closest thing I could come to it, but 10 out of 10, recommend. So, I told you I was going to tell you about the giveaway. April, I wrote it down. Let me see. April 3rd, 6 p.m. Head over to Leanne's channel, Mennonite Farmhouse. We're going to leave the links in the description of just everyone who's participating, the days that you can watch videos. But the way that you enter the giveaway is throughout all the videos from the collaborators that are participating, leave a comment. And that day, she will be randomly selecting from all the comments on all the videos a winner of a $100 Amazon gift card. How cool is that? So thanks, Leanne. Thanks, Tony, for having me. It made me try a new recipe, and I'm so glad I did. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Happy pie.